Being able to do well in high school without having to put much effort is actually a big disadvantage later in life. Cows don't actually have 4 stomachs. They have 1 stomach and have 4 compartments. The Eiffel Tower can be 15 cm taller during the summer. Due to thermal expansion, meaning the iron heats up, the particles gain kinetic energy and take up more space. Human teeth are the only part of the body that cannot heal themselves. The unicorn is the national animal of Scotland. The last letter added to the English alphabet was J. Ketchup was once sold as medicine. The condiment was prescribed and sold to people suffering with indigestion back in 1834. Barcode readers only scan the white part and not the black. Hey, and here are some fun facts. The first oranges were actually green. Canadians eat more mac and cheese than any other nation. Vending machines kill more people every year than sharks. Most carrots were originally purple before the 17th century. In Singapore, anyone caught chewing, importing, or selling gum can face a fine or jail time. A blue whale's tongue weighs more than most elephants. The first text message sent to a cell phone happened almost 30 years ago in 1992. Did you know that there's water on the moon? Hello, and here are some fun facts. America's first bank robber deposited the money back into the same bank. Every time you shuffle a deck of cards, you're likely to get a combination that's never existed before. Cats once delivered mail in Belgium. The Twitter bird's official name is Larry. The longest book title contains 1,809 words. Allergy season is getting longer and more intense each year because of environmental shifts. There's a reason there's a hole in your pen caps. It's so that if someone chokes on them, they can still breathe through the hole. Astronauts in space are exposed to the same amount of radiation as 150 to 6,000 chest x-rays. The US almost went to war with Canada over a pig. Did you know that seeds inside apples contain cyanide? Hey, and here are some fun facts. Peanuts aren't nuts. They're actually a legume and grow out of the ground. The moon has earthquakes like Earth. Only humans blush. Or maybe animals are just good at hiding them. Your nose works one side at a time. Have you ever noticed that? Sweat isn't actually smelly. You're actually smelling the chemical reaction of when bacteria meets the sweat. Crows can hold grudges, so watch out the next time you look at a crow funny. Only 5% of the ocean has been explored. The intense pressure at the deepest depths of the ocean makes it virtually impossible to navigate. White chocolate isn't actually chocolate at all. It's mostly cocoa, butter, sugar, and lecithin. In medieval Japan, houses were made to be squeaky so ninjas would be heard. Hey, and here are some fun facts. 1 spoon of honey is the life work of 12 bees. Giraffes don't really sleep in the wild. They only need 5 to 30 minutes to function for 24 hours. If you have $4,210, you're richer than 50% of the people in the world. There are more statues of lions than lions in the world. In 2014, there was a Tinder match in Antarctica. It's illegal to just own 1 guinea pig in Switzerland because they're prone to being lonely. Mother's Day sells 40% more cards than Father's Day. Did you know in 2013, a dad in China hired gamers to kill his son in video games so the son would start looking for a job and get a life? Squirrels cause approximately 10 to 20% of US power outages. Hey, and here are some fun facts. 7% of American adults believe that chocolate milk comes from brown cows. This works out to 16.4 million Americans. If you lift a kangaroo's tail off the ground, it can't hop. This is because kangaroos rely on their tails to keep themselves balanced. Hawaiian pizza was actually invented in Canada. Do you like pineapples on your pizza? Let us know in the comments. A lion's roar can be heard from 5 miles away, as loud as 114 decibels. Recycling. Just 1 tin can save enough energy to watch television for 3 hours because making a new one out of it only requires 5% of the energy. Did you know that hot water freezes faster than cold water? Hey, and here are some fun facts. Australia once lost a war to emus, a type of bird. The first can opener was invented 50 years after the invention of the can itself. If you could fold a piece of paper in half 42 times, it would reach the moon. More photos were taken in the past 7 years than in all of previous history. 90% of the world's population lives in the northern hemisphere. You might be drinking water that is older than the solar system. This is because of the water cycle. You burn more calories sleeping than you do watching TV. Here are some fun facts. Fruit Loops cereal are all the same flavor. Don't let the color fool you. According to a study, humans will spend at least 9 years on their phone during their lifetime. The Australian $5 to $100 notes are made out of plastic, and all the bills in Canada are made out of plastic as well. 7.5 million toothpicks can be created from 1 cord of wood. Supermarket apples can be a year old. Most wasabi paste isn't real wasabi because of how strict the conditions are to grow it. In the Philippines, McDonald's serves spaghetti.